Hello ladies and gentlemen, in today's video I'll be talking about the V4 changes for both Robin and as well as Aventurine. Now I have not seen anything yet. I'm going through this with you guys in this video so we can see the changes, right? Starting off with Robin's ultimate. It seems to just be a wording change to make it a little simpler to understand. After this we go to her technique, in which got a slight buff. She action advances herself by 20% at the beginning. Just not a crazy addition. Oh, okay. They have buffed her crit damage buffing. This was a complaint some people had, that it felt like Robin SP's attack buffing was really good, but the crit damage one, especially for HP scalers, felt a bit underwhelming. But now the crit damage buffing, instead of being increased by 1% for each vibe that Robin has, it's now 1.5% for each vibe that Robin has, and at a base she has 50 max vibes, of course. So this makes it go from a 90% crit damage buff to, I believe, a 110% crit damage buff in total. I still believe that the attack buffing is significantly stronger, but, you know, not bad, right? A buff is a buff at the end of the day. Better for non-attack scalers. And that's all for the base kit changes. To be honest, not all that much. And then we have, seems like some changes to the early eidolons. So, oh, okay. They moved her E2 to her E1. So the recording damage from teammates and then dishing it out with her birds and then clearing 50% of the recorded value, this entire thing has been moved to E1, right? So yeah. And then E2, oh my god, really? Wait, really? Oh, fuck. Wow. Oh my god. Okay. So you might have been able to guess this to some extent. Her new E2 is her old E1, and her E2 and E1 simply swapped. But it's actually not that simple. Now, not only does the E2 increase her max vibes by 20 and increase her vibe gain, there's an additional increase all ally targets res pen by 20% alongside this. So this E2 now allows Robin to get 10% more defense shred at max vibes and more attack buffing / crit damage buffing because of the vibe increase, and 20% all ally target res pen. Jeez, that is, wow, that is really fucking strong. Robin SP, that might be the best like generalist E2 in the game, to be honest, right? And then the last change is to her E6. What the fuck? Okay, this has to be a typo. It says the E6 now increases all ally res pen by 100%, but there's no way that's real. I refuse to believe it. For reference, the old version was 20%. I'm gonna assume that this is just a typo, because there's no way they'd actually add a unit who gives 100% team-wide res pen at E6. But even without including the E6, the E1 and E2 changes are very significant, with the old E1 that's now swapped to E2 getting a buff, a significant one at that. Man, E2 Robin is looking like a hefty character. I mean, I just made a video talking about how high value I believe Robin is. This only further increases it somehow. It really seems like they're going all out with her. Right. And now let's move to Aventurine. So Aventurine gains 2 more punchline from 2 to 4 when he uses his skill. His ultimate gives him 1 more punchline from 5 to 6. Next is his traces. Oh, nice. So before, he needed to hit the 160 speed requirement in order to increase his elation by 30%, and for every one speed exceeded, additionally increase elation by another 1%. However, now this requirement has been reduced quite a bit, so when speed is 140 or higher, increases this unit's elation by 30%, and for every one speed exceeded, additionally increases this unit's elation by 1%. So it's the same thing, but the base requirement is much lower, meaning he gets more elation out of this than he did before, approximately 20%. So not bad at all, right? Next is one of his traces. At the start of the battle, if there are other elation characters in the team besides Aventurine, all this does is remove the buff in his elation teams, I guess, right? I don't know why, but from being given 100% self-elation to being given 80% self-elation if on an elation team. I don't know why, but I mean, I guess they realized, oh, we want to sell this guy for the FUA team. That's the only team where he can really sell well in. So let's focus on that a bit. And speaking of that, there's also a change to another one of his traces. Now, instead of just giving himself 48% crit damage, he gives all allies a 48% crit damage buff. So, not bad, right? And last but not least, actually no, this kind of is least, it's an E4. His E4 used to be a self... Wait, what? Wait, why? Nothing changed. Oh, okay. Never mind. Just ignore what I was saying. Nothing changed on the E4, seemingly. It might be a glitch. So yeah, that's the changes. He gets very slightly better punchline gen on some of his attacks. He has a lower speed requirement to gain self-elation through his traces, giving him 20% more in his FUA teams, but it's basically the same in elation teams, since they nerfed another trace, which gave him 100% elation on elation teams, and he now gives 48% crit damage for the entire team and not just himself, which... I don't know, I feel like he could use a bit more, I mean... Bro, Robin just got upscaled again, right? Like, again, it's insane. I mean, I guess he's good, right? He's not great. He's not what a lot of people wanted or what I expected, but I guess he's good enough. And for a lot of people, that's enough, I guess. But man, I just made a video once again on Robin SP. Once again, she just gets more value. This is insanity. She's getting buffed again in her earlier eidolons that are so good. Jesus. Alright, that's the video. Love you all. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Hope you have a great day. Hope you all have a great night. And peace out.